EV industry attention! Game on! MG4 will be the biggest in the future. Attention, attention, attention! The game is about to change. The hot MG4 will play a big role in changing the current MG brand image. If you want to invest in electric cars in the future but are still confused a lot about the number of EV cars present in the market, then Tech Electric has the exact solution to your multiple confusions. Would you like to know in the future who will be the biggest game changer in the EV market? Well, stay tuned. Remember how we complained that the MG ZS EV and the MG5 seemed unremarkable? Well, MG understood the implication, and it determined that it could benefit from producing adequately styled automobiles so that you could recall what they looked like. Okay, so this is simply an improved model of something already on the market. Let's find out. We don't care about any of that at all. The MG4 is built on SAIC's, that's the Chinese parent company's, MSP or Modular Scalable Platform, which requires a wide variety of brackets. It's similar to VW Group's Modular Electric Drive Platform or MEB, which serves as the foundation for a wide range of vehicles in the company's lineup. The use of dual motors and batteries of varying capacities is entirely practical. The MG4 is the first vehicle in which we have had the chance to test out this basic configuration, which consists of a rear-wheel drive and rear-motored setup. In China, you can buy it right now. It's called the Mulan there. It's an all-electric 5-seat hatchback that doesn't get too close to SUV territory. Compared to a hatch powered by an internal combustion engine, it is slightly taller. However, the difference is negligible. In fact, if you look at the specs closely, it's about the same size as the Volkswagen ID.3. We are not saying anything, but it's interesting to note. However, we are making the point that, in terms of aesthetics, it's not exactly groundbreaking. We can see influences from the Nissan Leaf and the Kia EV6, but it's undeniably a huge improvement over anything MG has released before. Now and then, what options do we really have? Before we get into that, please tell us in the comments what you think of the MG4 and who you think the rivals could be. Easy. At launch, there are only 3 models available, so the proposition is not particularly challenging. The base SE model of the standard range costs $29,880, and it has 168 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. They can travel up to 217 miles thanks to their 50.8 kilowatt-hour battery capacity. The SE and Trophy models, however, have greater endurance. You can get a 61.7 kilowatt-hour battery with a WLT range of about 280 miles, 201 horsepower, and the same torque figure by spending an extra 2,500 pounds over the price of the base SE. The long-range model's maximum speed is 0.1 miles per hour higher, but it takes significantly longer to reach 62 miles per hour, 7.9 seconds as opposed to 7.7 because of the extra weight of the battery. The Trophy's 260-mile range is slightly lower than the SE Long Range's 270-mile range because of the cool doubled-up rear spoiler, which adds a bit of a drag, and the extra kit is heavy. The Trophy, however, is nothing more than a wish list of features and some cosmetic tweaks. That meets the needs of the market and is adequate for the vast majority of consumers. Everything looks great on paper, but some of you are concerned about the charging mechanism, right? Well, no. However, the longer range versions feature 135 kilowatts DC charging, while the standard range SE features 117 kilowatt DC charging, good for a smaller battery vehicle. The standard AC charging capacity for all vehicles is 7 kilowatts, which is adequate, but the higher DC charging capacity of 135 kilowatts is exclusive to the extended range models. In the same vein as the other choices, that should only take a little over half an hour on the public rapid charger that is large enough to charge the battery between 10 and 80%. The level of effort you put in will increase. But there's got to be some kind of mistake. To tell you the truth, not very much. It has a decent amount of standard equipment, rides and drives very well. More on that in the driving section. Comes with a decent amount of standard kit, although the great proportion of the advanced driver assistance systems appears on the Trophy. And most importantly, even though it is very boring, it does have enormous residual value. What makes that such a major issue exactly? Well, leasing an MG4 would be an excellent choice because its predicted residual values are on par with the Porsche Taycan, although not quite as good as the Taycan Cross Turismo gizmos. The starting price for the base model is $344 per month, with a $4,598 initial payment and 10,000 annual miles. The base price of an SE LR model is $402, while the top-tier trophy model costs around $471. This is a major selling point for electric vehicles, as it allows their drivers to save money on battery charging. MG's done a fantastic job in this regard. While legacy automakers are actively trying to increase the price of electric vehicles, MG's managed to throw a huge cat among the pigeons. A long-range SE MG4 costs $28,495 with more equipment and arguably a nicer drive, compared to over $36,000 for a comparable Volkswagen ID3. Oh, and MG believes that it can deliver cars, which is big news given the long lead times that are the norm in the industry right now. The seats are a bit narrow for larger people and under-padded, the suspension booms on certain surfaces although the ride is good, and some of the buttons are a bit cheap, and the infotainment system stuttered a couple of times while we had the car, but if I'm being completely honest, the fact that you're concerned about the minor details indicates that you've got the major issues undone. Although we would like to conduct additional extensive real-world range and charging tests, everything appears to be functioning normally at present. What or who does it try to compete with? The Peugeot E208 and the Vauxhall Corsa E Stellantis, as well as the Renault Zoe, or maybe the Megane E-Tech Electric, the Mini Electric, the Honda E, the Nissan Leaf, and the BMW i3, which was recently discontinued, are all competitors in the market for small electric cars alongside the ID3. The MG4 has done exceptionally well at filling a niche in the market left vacant by its rivals. To what ruling did the judge come? After considering its features and price, the MG4 is probably the only vehicle in its class that can be recommended. At first glance, the MG4 doesn't seem like a particularly interesting car. It's not the sort of vehicle that would receive a perfect 10 from Top Gear, the only vehicle in its class that can be recommended when taking into account its price, features, and performance across a variety of metrics. It can travel far, has a charging system, is loaded down with accessories, moves quickly, and is now even fashionable. The last statement is, of course, entirely subjective, but the MG4 stands out in a market where electric vehicles typically feel worthless. The mainstream manufacturing sector needs to hear this as a wake-up call. It's true that the MG4 will have a harder time selling as more and better competing cars enter the market. While this may take some time, MG plans to bring as many of these items into the country over the next 18 months as it can, and if competition helps to raise the standard of the breed, it could pave the way for lower-priced, higher-quality electric vehicles for the general public. The EV volumes are especially impressive as MG continues to grow. Their combination of high-quality, cutting-edge technology, incredible value, and the 7-year warranty is clearly capturing the public's imagination. So that brings us to the end of today's video, guys, and I gotta let you know, what do you all think about MG's growth? Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you have any questions about our video, we always love checking in with you. Make sure you please like and share our channel with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel if you want to watch more exciting analysis from us at Tech Electric. We appreciate you spending time out of your busy day with us today, and we'll look forward to catching up with you in our next video. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.